What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Shakur Stevenson, William Zepeda. Get this. These two guys had one hell of a fight together. Rounds 1 to rounds 12 was action-packed. William Zepeda did exactly what I figured he was going to do. Press the action, throw punches and bunches. The volumes were endless. And he landed some good shots throughout this fight. Now, Stevenson did surprise me tonight. I was impressed with him not doing the Tom and Jerry or the Jerry and Jerry or whatever the hell you call that when you run around the ring and not engage. We didn't see that. We seen more of defense. We seen more of speed from Shakur, which I was going to expect anyway. He did fight in spots, but the punches that he thrown, he also landed, right? Shakur landed a lot of those shots. Cleaner shots belong to Shakur Stevenson. He was buckled, however, I think in the second round or the third round. And that made me think, ooh, that's not good because, that means Zepeda's punches are affecting Shakur. And he's not, accustomed to that type of punching power. But Shakur, I think he was off balance looking at it in the replay. But overall, good fight. Shakur landed some classic 1-2s. He looked like Floyd Money Mayweather in there with the defense, with the shoulder roll. He didn't run entirely. We did see the later rounds, he started to try to slack off and, measure with his hand, which I hate. But, because you could, as much energy it takes for you to do this, you could also snap a shot out there and, and then let your jab set up those other power punches behind it, set anything up besides measuring on an opponent. I think that's an easy way to throw a power shot when you can just easily throw a jab, right? To see where that fighter or that head is of that fighter, Good fight overall. Shakur did move a little bit more, which he uses his footwork to get out of position for Zepeda, which I do think that he should have fought it out. I believe that you, as prize fighters, your job is to win the fight, but I think your job also is to impress the fans. You're fighting for their entertainment. They're paying you. Them, your promoters, and everybody, consists of you making a stellar performance, doing a good job, showing that you want to win the fight, not doing enough to make you think that you won the fight so you don't have to fight the rest of the fight. I think that's bullshit. And again, I seen about 5% of that. When he started moving, and I'm like, uh-oh. He's doing that shit because he thinks he has this in the bag. Well, here's the joke, people. He actually did. By the scorecards, and this is where I have a problem with, Shakur Stevenson was winning this fight by a crazy margin. And like I told my live audience, if you win by that heavy of a margin in a fight that could have went either way due to looking at that fight, you robbed the other fighter. It was corruption. Was it a robbery physically? No. Was it a robbery on the scorecards? Yes, because there was no way that I seen Zepeda losing that many rounds to Shakur. I mean, Shakur, had his spots, and I understand how he won, but I didn't understand how it was scored. And whenever that happens, that means that the judges that looked at this fight had to score it in a way that nobody else seen. If that's the case, you have to question that shit. You have to question the whole idea of how these judges looked at this fight, didn't see the pressure, didn't see the volume, didn't see him doing what he could do, to take the fight to Shakur Stevenson, even though Shakur Stevenson was blocking a lot of the shots, but a lot of shots that were landed by Zepeda, to be fair, was to the chest, shoulders, and arms. But to the chest, to the stomach, he was jabbing downstairs, just like Shakur was jabbing downstairs and setting that overhand up, follow with that right hook. So those were happening, even though Zepeda's right hook was pretty much nullified by the defense of Stevenson. I still think he did a good enough job to at least win 5 of those rounds, at least. But the way they had it made him had no chance at all. Hell, he would have to drop Shakur Stevenson twice to get a draw possibly, and probably he might still lose a decision. So, that's my issue with the fight. Shakur Stevenson did impress me tonight. He showed because he was ordered pretty much. Motherfucker, don't run. Don't pull a latest performance, Devin Haney. Don't do what you did in Dos Santos fight. Don't. And he didn't for 95% of the fight. But you guys tell me what you think about Shakur Stevenson beating William Zepeda by unanimous decision. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.